sound of a British summer.
3 match points, 3 points for the Wimbledon title.
Oh, the sound of rubber on grass. That happens to be, and I'm sure you're all fully aware of this, Wimbledon's men's final from 1967 when John Newcombe beat Wilhelm Bungert. If you're interested. Remember that one? Yeah, what a classic. Well, one tennis ball manufacturer from Wiltshire has been around even longer than that. Price of Bath, who are based in Box, have been making tennis balls since the 1930s, and now they've come up with what they say is a world first. Louise Price is here to tell us more. Good morning.
Morning.
Now, a world first in doing what? How can you reinvent the tennis ball, Louise?
So we've made the first recycled tennis ball. It's environmentally friendly because we collect in old tennis balls. We rework the rubber and then with a certain processing make a new ball from those old balls. And up until now, no one's been able to do it. So we're very pleased with ourselves.
Well, and as you should be, and I'm loving it because it could be a Wiltshire first. You know, good for you, good for the county's profile. But if it's such a good idea, why has nobody done it?
It's really tricky. So a tennis ball is the recipe for a ball is very precise because the performance specifications are very precise. So they have to have the right bounce and the right weight. The right hardness or compression when you squeeze it to get that right feel off the racket. And the minute you make an alteration to that mix or change, a bit like a cake really, the minute you add a different ingredient, it changes its consistency and then obviously its performance. So tennis players want their balls to perform, so that's why it hasn't happened so far. And we spent a very long time, hundreds and hundreds of mixes developing it. We've had some really good feedback, and we're there.
Feedback from the International Tennis Association, is that right?
We've had feedback, started off with just local players and some coaches and clubs. And then when we were happy with the ball, we've submitted it for consultation with the ITF, the International Tennis Federation. So we haven't got approval yet. We are going to submit that, so we have that for 2022. But the feedback is that it's a good ball, it does what it should do, and it plays really well.
So do any of your balls get to play at tournaments around the world? Because most of them, I think, are Chinese-made, aren't they?
Well, certainly from the Far East. Not at the moment. We haven't got ITF approval now, these days. We did many years ago. Simply down to costs and being able to compete on price on standard volume balls against the Far East. Obviously, lots of the tournaments are sponsored by the bigger brands, and they have their own arrangements. And being a little tiny company, we can't afford to do that. So we're hoping that this ball is will override that connection, and that people will buy it for a different reason. Creating a sustainable ball. 300 million tennis balls are made globally a year, and those balls just essentially end up in landfill.
Well, Louise, I think around 50,000 of those are probably in the fields around my house, the ones that I lose when I take my dog for a walk. You can recycle those. Yes,
absolutely. We can recycle any tennis ball.
And please tell me, how many people work there at your small firm?
We're only 10 strong. So
do you all insist that people walk around with a tennis ball in their hand? Because it's very stress relieving having a squeeze of one of those, isn't it?
I do, absolutely. Of course they do.
And are people allowed to throw them at the boss if they don't have a good day?
That happens every day.
Well, that is exactly what I want to hear. Hey, look, good luck with it. Keep us in touch, of what happens, and as soon as you get the big tick box back from the ITF, could be happy days.
Yes, thank you.
Do you want to get bigger? You would have to get bigger, would you? You would have to expand if you were to get contracts with that new ball.
We're absolutely already on in expansion. We've got a distributor abroad that have already started buying the ball, and we've got some new contracts with some clubs. So I've taken on 2 new staff this summer already. The plans for another 10 leading up to Christmas. So the market is responding really well. So I'm really excited because it's a chance to grow our family business again. And we've got a new factory that we built a mile down the road about a couple of years ago, which we're moving into too. So it's great looking forward. It's looking very positive. And also we get to do something that feels good, that's morally right, that put something into market that's going to give something back to our planet.
Hey, Louise, all the best with it. I can smell those tennis balls now. They've got an aroma that pervades your nostrils all of their own, haven't they? And there aren't many things as satisfying as opening up. If you buy a pack of 3 balls, and they're quite good ones, and they come in a pressurised canister, when you pull back that ring and it does the old pop, that's nice, isn't it?